Hi, hello, hi. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Liz and I'm so happy to have you here with me today. So, today we're doing my collection, the lowest rated that I have from Ulta. So I already did this Sephora version and is already up on my channel. I will have it linked for you. But yeah, I thought it would be only fair to my collection to do an Ulta version of this as well, because I do have a lot of makeup from Ulta, not just Sephora. So yeah, let's do the Ulta version. I gotta say, this one was a lot different and there's a lot more stuff to scroll through because Ulta, you know, they kind of have a bigger variety because they also have drugstore makeup versus like Sephora just has their bougie brands, you know how they are. But yeah, I gotta tell you guys, I'm a little shocked at some of them because it just goes to show you how like personal makeup is and like how personal preferences really matter, because some of these products I'm like, I love those, how dare you say something bad about them? And then some of them I'm like, yeah, it makes sense, I hate this product, but I have it for one reason or another. So yeah, let's get right into it. Let's talk about it. Okay, so I think you guys are going to be shocked that this is the lowest rated primer I have, but the thing is I only own 4 primers and 2 of them are essentially the same. The Tatcha ones, I mean, they're the same, just in like different form, right? So I was shocked even that this was the lowest rated one I have, despite knowing I don't have that many primers. But yeah, the lowest rated is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. Ulta's review system is a little bit less precise than the Sephora one, which is a little bit annoying, personally, I think. But, you know, whatever, because I can't really sort the reviews on the app or anything, and it doesn't give me like an exact number, but it looks like this product has 4 out of 5 stars on 851 reviews. And scrolling through here, I see people saying that it made their face cakey. Even with the best foundation, it says makes my face oily and broke me out. Not worth the hype. I don't like the way it feels on my face. It makes my face feel very weighed down. This one says, don't even bother to try it. I felt like I needed a lot of product to do its job. I didn't like the packaging and it didn't keep my foundation smooth. There's a couple different ones that said it made their foundation cakey though. I don't feel that way. I know that this was touted as being like a dupe for Tatcha, which I guess it kind of is. I've talked about this and that in my videos before, and I think that it kind of is. I just don't think that it does as much as the Tatcha does. Just not even for my skin, but keeping my makeup lasting as long and everything too. Okay, you guys, for this one, I can't even be shocked. No one should be shocked, honestly. This product didn't get the best reviews when it came out anyway. But for foundation today, we have the Morphe Fluid Foundation. This foundation just like wasn't the best received for multiple reasons when it came out. Like, people didn't like the tones. There was like green and gray undertones, especially for like the deeper complexions, and a lot of people just didn't have anything good to say. A lot of people said, when it came out, said that it was dry and very cakey and all that. So it only has 3 out of 5 stars on Ulta's website on 889 reviews. This one, the first 1-star review I've come upon, says, I will not be buying this product again. I have dry skin, so I moisturize and exfoliate frequently. I applied this with a silicone sponge, smoothed it out with a blending sponge, and then set it with a translucent powder. After 10 hours, my makeup was embarrassing, and I wish I wouldn't have come in to work with makeup at all. It literally melted off my face in globs and turned into patches and sinks into any crease on my face. I look terrible. Oh no. I mean, 1000% if you have dry skin, you should never use this foundation. It is not for you. This person said, hideous thick separation. By far the ugliest foundation I've ever tried. It's thick, doesn't spread well when applying, and looked as though it had been separating and cracking by the end of the day. For reference, I'm combo skin. I've used a lot of this foundation. I liked it in the wintertime. This probably is going to be a little bit light for me, but that's okay. But I will say it is very dry, so if you are dry, it's not for you. And it also, it like oxidizes a little bit, and it is very, very easy to apply too much. So, because it is very full coverage, as you can see, but it gets, I mean, it does get cakey. I'll be honest with you. It's one of those foundations that like some days I would put on and it would look really good, and other days it would look bad. Okay, yeah, it definitely isn't like the best color match for me at the moment, but that's okay. Oh, I just kicked my stand here. I'll bring you in a little bit. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have any super strong feelings about this foundation right away. I would say, like, just be aware of the type of foundation you're buying so that you don't buy something that's not best for your skin type, because this is definitely a dry foundation. But at the same time, like, I've had issues with it too. So I like, once I get through this, because it's more than half gone. Once I get through this or it goes bad, like, I wouldn't purchase this again. So that's where I'm at with it, but I also didn't ever hate it. Okay, now we're at a product for concealer that I personally am a little shocked about because I love this product. I think it's great. Apparently not everyone else does. This isn't the lowest rated concealer in the world either. I mean, it has 4 stars, but still. For concealer today, we have the e.l.f. Camo Concealer 16-hour wear, blah, blah, blah. This is not the hydrating version. The hydrating version is a little bit better rated, actually, but I just have the regular one. The first couple 1-star reviews that I've come across say, don't buy it, gave me a terrible reaction under my eyes that lasted for days, dries way too fast, not worth any money. My eyes were swollen and they hurt for a long time. This one said, my friend and I both purchased this concealer and both of ours turned a lighter color in the tube. This one says it was patchy and dry, hard to blend, but it says the credit that she's gonna give it is that a little goes a long way. Patchy and dry, dried on my face like paint. Couldn't even blend it out. Yeah, a lot of people say it doesn't blend well and it's really drying. I'm gonna use the shade Light Sand. Oh, for the foundation, I have the shade F1.120. I don't know why there's so many numbers, but you know. Okay, so anyway, so the concealer, I'm gonna use the shade Light Sand. I like this foundation. I've never had an issue with it being overly drying, but I also don't have dry skin. So maybe if you have dry skin, that's an issue. I've never had a problem with it not blending. I've always just really liked it. I like it under foundation too. Like if I have a little bit of a breakout or a lot of redness or something, like I like how it lays under foundation as well. I've been doing that lately because my skin has been having a moment. The concealer, I do agree with the points that say it is thick and it is a drier formula. I wouldn't say that it really leaves a whole lot of like luminosity under the eye or anything like that. I know a lot of people like that. It to me is almost the exact same as Tarte Shape Tape, and I know that's a reason that a lot of people don't like Shape Tape as well. So if you don't like that, then definitely don't get this concealer or try the hydrating one. Okay, so for powder, what we have today is the Born This Way Ethereal Loose Setting Powder from Too Faced. I like this powder. I just also don't have that many face powders, so we're pretty limited on choices. Anyway, this product has 4 out of 5 stars on 584 reviews, so it's really not bad, but The first 1-star review says, cakey and left my skin feeling dry. When you apply it, you get this heavy, cakey, very dry feeling on your skin, and it left blotches of powder no matter how hard I have tried to work it into my skin. Okay, so that is also my complaint about this powder. This is probably like my third one of this powder because I really, really do like it. Like, I think it's a fine setting powder. However, I too have had the issue of it leaving like little dots of powder like caked onto my face. I don't know what that is about. If it's because like I was applying it with a wet beauty sponge or what, but we'll see if it does it with my Blendiful. I haven't used this powder in a hot minute, but that was also my complaint about this powder. Okay, yeah, so there's the powder on the skin. I will say my face looks really powdery after applying that, but it does go away usually. Sometimes that just happens with setting powders anyway, but I didn't get any of those little plops of powder left on my skin. Maybe that was because I applied it with my Blendiful instead of like a beauty sponge. I don't really know, but I've had that happen to me several times in the past as well. So I think that complaint was valid for sure. So for brows, my lowest rated brow product is the CoverGirl Microfine and Define Eyebrow Pencil. I have the shade Honey Brown, and if you guys have watched any of my other videos where I talk about brows, you know I love this eyebrow pencil. I love it. This person says they were not happy with the product. I find that it doesn't apply smoothly, kind of clumps up in areas. I got one use out of it and then the whole thing broke inside. I kept twisting it and pieces would just fall out. I had one brow done this morning and couldn't even do the other one because the rest of it fell on the ground. I'm so sorry. That's so sad. Another person says it breaks apart. Super disappointed. I love most of my CoverGirl products, but this one let me down. I could barely twist it out and it broke every time. This person said there's no actual product in it. She went through it in a week. A lot of people are saying theirs didn't last very long. I feel like I've gotten a lot of use out of mine. I think this is the second one that I've purchased. I think. I mean, I do use other eyebrow products as well, but this is still only the second one that I've purchased, so I feel like I don't go through it that quickly. I will say my personal only complaint about this product is that I do wish that it came in more colors. So there are only 4 color options, which are honey brown, rich brown, soft blonde, and soft brown, which, okay, I get you don't need the most colors for an eyebrow product, but like I really appreciate that Anastasia Beverly Hills makes an auburn shade so that it's a little bit more red to like accommodate, you know, hello, I have red hair, and so I prefer that my eyebrows match a little bit more and look a little bit more red. So would be cool if maybe they came out with a couple more colors. They could come out with like a red one and like a black one and have even just that tiny bit more variance would help. So that's my only complaint, but let me do my brows real quick. I'll be right back. Okay guys, let's talk about bronzer now. This is one where I was like, you guys don't like this product? I love this product. The Kylie Cosmetics bronzers. I have the shades Tequila Tan and Toasty. You can see how much I enjoy this bronzer. They only have 3.5 stars out of 5 on 137 reviews, so it's not great. Oh, this girl says, worst bronzer I've ever used. I have to seriously pack this product on for any color to show up. I feel like when I do, it removes the foundation and any product underneath. I realized after a couple of months, if I rub my finger directly on the product, it feels extremely dry and no color shows up on my finger. I accidentally got too dark of a color for my skin, but it's okay because it doesn't show up anyway. Zero pigment, way too hard pressed. Product has no color. Caused my face to break out. The two complaints that I saw the most were the lack of pigment and that it made them break out. So I have two shades because I like to mix them together because Toasty is a little bit cooler, but as you can see, like, I think they're pigmented. A little bronzer for me. I love these, you guys. I've recommended them on my channel before. I really like them. But I mean, it just goes to show like how personal makeup is, and I don't really know what her shade range is like. Maybe if you have a darker skin tone, they extra don't show up on you. Truly, I am not sure. For me, I really like this product. I use them all the time, especially my warmer shade Tequila Tan. Like, I use it pretty often. So for blush today is one that I'm kind of not shocked that it's the lowest rated one that I have. Not because I don't like it, but because it can be a little bit difficult to use. So for blush, we have the ColourPop Super Shock Blush in, I have the shade No Vacancy. I've had mine for a while, so it's a little used, abused, and dirty, so it looks a little gross, honestly, but like I said, I've had it for a while. This product has 4 out of 5 stars on 173 reviews. Oh, right away, there's a couple 1-star reviews. Here we go. Texture was promising. It felt really nice in the pan, but it doesn't blend out at all. It was patchy and uneven. I tried a beauty blender, brush, fingers, and I just can't get this to build up. The worst, do not waste your money on this product. After a couple uses, the formula becomes so sticky, like a giant piece of gum. I wouldn't buy this again. Blush is not buildable and the pigment is terrible. I literally have to scrape the product because it doesn't pick up. This isn't the easiest product in the world to use. It's pretty. It's not the easiest product like in the world to use. I still kind of like it. I'm going to use it on a brush today. I have this, my designated cream blush brush that I often use. You can apply it with a beauty blender, and sometimes I do it that way, but it is a little bit kind of harder to pick up with a beauty blender. This, because you can use a little bit more force in the pan, is easier to pick it up. But I think that was easy, and I think it blended out really well. So for highlighter, I'm gonna say that I'm not surprised this is my lowest rated highlighter either, because I've heard that from this brand, it really depends on the shade of highlighter that you got. So for highlighter today, we have a Kylie Cosmetics highlighter. I have the shade Ice Me Out, which is this like really icy champagne. I mean, it's a stunning color. And it is very reflective and very highlighty, but from what I've heard, not every shade of highlighter she sells is that good. So this product has a 3.5 out of 5 stars on 147 reviews. The very first review says chalky. Doesn't show up on brown skin unless you pile up a lot. I could definitely see that. This person put nothing special, gave it 1 star and said it's just like any other highlighter, it doesn't stand out. That is not a 1-star review, girl. That's like a 3-star review. If you're not impressed, it's not bad. That drives me nuts. I don't know why. Yeah, all of these just say like not pigmented. Oh, this one says looks bad on the skin, leaves ashy cast. Again, from what I've heard this from other reviewers. I've seen this just by like reading reviews on websites. It just depends on the shade that you get. I did a lot of research before I bought this one so that I didn't buy a bad one. And everyone pretty much usually says that Ice Me Out is a good one, and I agree. So I'm glad that's the one that I bought. The only thing is it is a very icy shade. So if you don't like that, this one's not for you. I think it's pretty. I don't use this one the most often just because it, like I said, it is a very icy tone, and that's just not always what I'm looking for. So I don't use this one like a ton. And definitely if you had like darker skin than me, it would just be like chalky on your face. It would end up looking ashy. But this one at least is reflective, which is not what everyone has said about some of the other shades. So, okay guys, now we're gonna get into eyes. And I just want you to know, I tried with the eyes. I tried, but to no avail. So let's just go through how I did this. I went to eyeshadow products and I sorted it, you know, top rated, and I scrolled all the way to the bottom. And the first thing that I came across that was my lowest rated product that I own, I was like, wow, I'm not surprised because I kind of hate that eyeshadow palette. So makes sense. I agree. However, I was like, okay, well, to be fair, it only has 2 reviews on Ulta's website. Let's see if there's another item. And so the second item I pulled isn't surprising either. So let's talk about the first one. This is the e.l.f. The New Classics palette. I bought this palette for my full face of drugstore makeup video, and I just don't like it. I had to dig at these shimmers so bad. The mattes are like fine. They're like dusty, fine mattes, whatever. These shimmers are trash. Let's see what the 2 reviews are. The 2 reviews, oh, sorry, there's 3 now. The 3 reviews equal it being a 3.5 out of 5 star. So the 2 better reviews said this is a great palette, fantastic for the price point. I've been using it and I can make a lot of looks out of it. Great. The 3-star review says 50-50. Some shadows are very cute and good quality, but there are others that when you put them on only last a few minutes and they're not nearly as bright as when you just applied them. That's similar to how I feel, where like the mattes are fine and the shimmers are literal trash. So I was like, okay, let me scroll a little bit more and see what the next like palette that I have that is poorly rated. Maybe I'll get something else. Is the e.l.f. Bite Size palette in Acai You. It has 4 stars on 18 reviews. The very first one says hard pass. These little bite-sized shadows are hit or miss. The neutral ones are okay, but these colorful ones are terrible. Patchy, minimal color payoff, and muddled. Oh wait, no, and muddy. I just can't read. So, same. That's how I feel about this too. I really don't love it. I really liked this color story because I was like, oh, how cute and little, like blue, gonna love it. I really don't love it. I used it literally once and it was for a video. So anyway, we're just gonna do a little look. We're gonna see if my feelings have changed at all about this palette. So let's get into it. Guys, I can't. That was unnecessarily difficult. Those palettes are so bad. They're so bad. Okay, so I wanted to do blue on the lower lash line once I figured out what was happening anyway, because I have a bad eyeliner. That's so dramatic, but it is not a good eyeliner. Okay, so the eyeliner I have is the LA Girl Perfect Precision Eyeliner. I have the shade Cobalt, which I've mentioned on my channel before that I kind of hate this eyeliner. That's the shade of it. I bought it for Lions games because I like to do my makeup all festive for Lions games. But this product sucks, personally, I think. But it was only $3, so, you know, whatever. It has 4 out of 5 stars, probably because other colors of this are better, but this blue one just like isn't that good. 4 stars out of 5 on 37 reviews. These back-to-back comments say it does not last all day. Doesn't show much color. I wouldn't buy this again. I wanted to love it, but the moment it touched my eyelid, it started to crumble and it ruined my look. It got all over my cheek and it was not easy to get off. And the color payoff also wasn't very good. That's a fair assessment. Yeah, it's just a bunch of people saying it doesn't last, and it really doesn't last all day. It sucks because it's like a bright color and it seems like it'd be really pretty, but it just doesn't. I also have a difficult time often with getting it on. I have to warm it up on my hand. Otherwise, it doesn't go onto my lower lash line. Like, it looks really pretty now, right? Like, that looks like a nice, like, rich blue color liner. Yep, it does for about an hour. It's gone. I mean, it just doesn't last, but somehow also is very difficult to get off my hand. Like, I don't know how that works, but that's just like what happens. I literally don't know. Okay, let me put lashes on because I didn't really have anything for lashes. I own like 1,000 pairs of Ardells, but comparing that to the thousands of lashes on the Ulta website, it was just too much. And I only keep one mascara at a time, so I don't have anything for that either. So I am just gonna be right back with lashes on. Okay, you guys, I'm back. So I already have my lip liner on because I thought I was recording and apparently I wasn't. So let's talk about the lip liner. So the lip liner I have that is the most low rated, I'm not surprised about. When I got to it, I was like, makes sense, you know? So I have the KKW Nude Lip Liner. I have the shade 0.5. This is my little swatch of the color, and you can see already on my lips. Anyway, this product has 4 out of 5 stars, and that's with 81 reviews. So a lot of these reviews say the same thing, that it like broke in the middle. They don't like the packaging. They wish it wasn't one that you had to sharpen, but one you could twist up instead. Yeah, that was like most of the bad reviews. Just a lot of people saying it's not worth your money because this is a $12 lip liner. One person said it was chalky and it didn't go on her lips nicely. I personally don't have that problem. I don't mind lip liners you have to sharpen. That I kind of like it because then you can get a really sharp point if you want to. But yeah, I like this product. My only problem is that it maybe is a little bit too creamy in that it doesn't last very long. So it's just not the most long-lasting lip liner that I have. I have ones that last a little bit longer, but it is comfortable on the lips, and I don't know. I also maybe wish that I got a slightly different shade. This one's pretty, but I kind of also wish it was maybe a little bit darker or like less pink. But yeah, I just wasn't surprised, I guess, that this was my low rated product. So then also not surprised that my low rated lipstick is the KKW Nude Lip Cream. I have the shade 1.5. That's the swatch of it right there. It's a really pretty color. So that's that one. It has 3.5 stars out of 5 on 105 reviews. So not great. Oh man, the first one says, tastes like crayons. Eek. I was excited to try these, but they were super sheer and shiny, moved around a lot, and I ended up with a lot of it in my mouth. It tastes horrible and leaves a lingering taste. Okay, it is like a very shiny lipstick. It's a nude cream. It's not supposed to be matte. I mean, it does kind of maybe have a crayon flavor, but it's because it's like not fragranced at all, so it just smells like lipstick. You know, that like standard lipstick smell that's just kind of like, it's what they smell like because they're not fragranced, but I wish they were. I wish they were like vanilla or something. Anyway, this person says that she feels like the cap always comes off, the packaging is very cheap, and it feels like kids' makeup. The product is also horrible, emphasizes my dry patches. One review just says, nope. It doesn't say a single thing about why. It just says, nope. Oh yeah, some people saying it doesn't last very long. Yeah, so that is my only critique of this. I get why people think that the packaging is cheap because it is so like plain, but I kind of like it. It is very light. It's not very luxe packaging, that's for sure, but I don't mind it. My literal only complaint about this product is that it doesn't last very long. Otherwise, I love the color of it. I love the way it feels on my lips. I love that I can pair this with just about any lip liner that I own, and it just gives that little nude peach effect. I love it, but it does not last. But that's kind of like par for the course with satin lipsticks, you know, like any of them that have a shinier, creamier finish, they just don't last that long. I don't know. Okay, anyway, this is the final look. You guys let me know what you think about this look, about these products. Please let me know if you've tried any of them, if you like any of them, if you hate any of them. Like, please let me know. I would truly love to know. It's fascinating to me what people like and don't like. That's kind of why I really like doing this video. I just like reading the reviews. But yeah, I kind of don't mind how this turned out in the end. But man, when I was doing my eyes, I really had... Do you see my eye twitching? Do you see that? Oh my God. Anyway, when I was doing my eyes, I really had like no hope. I was like, this is trash. This look is trash. I'm mad, but it's not that bad. It's not great either. Definitely could have a better look, but that's okay. That is okay. We're not going anywhere. Just gonna be at home with the cats and the husband, so it doesn't really matter, does it? Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I am so happy to be here and happy to hang out and chat with you guys. I truly love it so much. But anyway, yeah, that's it from me. I'm gonna go get some dinner. I think we're having barbecue. I'm very excited. But anyway, yeah, that's it for me. I hope you guys are having a great night, a great day, a great whatever you're doing, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!